Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Free NFL Bets podcast. My name is Eric. You can find all of my official NFL bets at Twitter at Easy Money Wins. Again, at Twitter at Easy Money Wins. Go give me a follow there. That's where I release all of my official bets, the ones that I actually place with my own money. I talk about a lot of leans, a lot of stuff that I like on the podcast, but that doesn't mean it's official, and that does not mean that I put my hard-earned money on it. So, yeah, go do that. Go follow me at Twitter. I'm plus 4 units on the season for the NFL. Hurt saying that, guys. It really does hurt saying that, knowing that I was up 40 units like a month and a half ago. So, NFL's been it's been frustrating for sure. But again, still up, still positive. Last week I had a small positive week. So a couple things didn't go my way. It's kind of how it's been going. Kickers have been costing me money, but that's what it is. That's what it is in sports betting, guys. You can't get too caught up with like bad luck. That stuff happens. So I'm confident. I am getting back to my roots. I am very confident, very determined to get back into a higher unit of profit for the end of the season. So if this is like your first time listening and you're going to start playing my plays, I think you're in a really good spot. I think you are in a really good spot. I'm like 54% on the year in the NFL. So that's good. That's about right. So keep that pace up. Start winning my bigger plays. Life will be good, guys. Life will be good. So let's get into the Thursday night football game. We've got the Pittsburgh Steelers going to the Cleveland Browns. And kind of just an interesting note off the top is that Mike Tomlin is 0-5 all-time as Steelers head coach in Thursday night football road games against divisional opponents. So he has not done well in these spots against divisional opponents. And, I don't know. I haven't looked at those years. I mean, there's been some years where Mike Tomlin's kind of like hit or miss, against bad team. I don't know, guys. So I don't know how many of those were against the Ravens, against the Bengals, against the Browns. So not sure about all that, but that is something to think about. And then Pittsburgh is obviously off a big win against Baltimore. Quick week playing the Browns, who are like 2-8 or whatever they are. So obviously everyone's talking about, hey, this is a trap game. This is they're not going to take the Cleveland Browns seriously. And maybe, guys, and I mean, honestly, legitimately, that is the handicap because the Steelers are far and away better, better defensively, better offensively, better coached. The only thing that Cleveland has going for them is that it's at Cleveland. So, and it is a rivalry game. Browns and Steelers, that's the biggest rivalry game between both those two teams. So yeah, I mean, we can keep this short, guys, honestly. Basically, if you don't think it's a trap game, go ahead and bet the Steelers -3.5 or -3, whatever it gets down to. If you think it's a trap game, go ahead, take Cleveland. But I just want to point this out, and I want to shed light on this again. If you go back, guys, and I've been saying this on the podcast, if you think the team is going to win, the point spread does not matter. It doesn't matter. It's a facade. I'm telling you guys, it is a mirage. It's really not a real thing. Last week, what happened? Only one team won and did not cover. I'm pretty sure. I think it was only the Green Bay Packers. Every other team that won covered. So, you want to tease, you want to take the money lines. I know there's people tomorrow that are going to be betting -190, 180 on Pittsburgh money line. I'm telling you, it doesn't really matter. And again, I know I sound kind of like a hypocrite because I took the Eagles money line last week. But, I mean, it's tough, guys. Even for people that do this for a very long time, and the math. You know what the math is. You know what it is. But that spread still alters with your decision making process sometimes. But if you just keep it simple in the NFL, if the team's gonna win, there's a very, very, very high likelihood they're gonna cover that spread. Especially if the point spread's -6 and under, they are gonna cover that spread a high percentage of the time, guys. Like 80, 82% of the time, I believe it is. So yeah, just want to let you guys know about that again. So yeah, I do think Pittsburgh wins. Their ATS record against the spread record is 8-2 this year. Cleveland's is 3-7 this year. I did look back at like past 10 seasons or so, and maybe even 15 seasons, and usually the top team in the NFL with the best against the spread record has 4 against the spread losses. So Pittsburgh still has room for some ATS wins. It's not like they're just going to like start racking up ATS losses. And there are outliers, like there's one team that was like 14-3 against the spread. So 14 against the spread wins and 3 against the spread losses. So, I mean, it's possible for Pittsburgh to be an outlier, but Pittsburgh's going to lose against the spread here coming up, guys. They still have to play at Baltimore. They play Kansas City. They play Philadelphia. They play the Bengals twice. Like, those are 5 games right there that, I mean, I think they're going to lose probably 2 or 3 of those games. Okay, so Steelers lose 2 or 3 of those games. Most likely, those are 3 against the spread. Against the spread record losses for them. So I still think Pittsburgh can win and cover this game. I know they're hot running 8-2 against the spread, but I still think like they're against the spread losses. They're coming later in the season. I don't think it's going to be tomorrow, guys. I really think Russell Wilson is a leader that's going to get this team ready to go, focused. I think Mike Tomlin is going to be getting this team ready to go and focused, even though his track record is saying not. But I don't know. This Steelers team just has a different feel this year. Jameis Winston's not very good, guys. He's not for the Browns. And it's just, the Steelers are just better, guys. They're just better. Injury situation for both teams. Both teams are very healthy. Cleveland's missing their left tackle, Jedrick Wills, and the backup DeJuan Jones. So Jermaine Ifedi, who used to be Russell Wilson's tackle in Seattle, ironically enough, is going to probably start at left tackle for the Cleveland Browns. So that's not ideal either. Obviously, Pittsburgh defense is going to be a handful for Cleveland's offense. So, yeah, and then Nick Chubb, he doesn't look the same, guys. I don't know. That injury might have ended his career, honestly, or put a halt to him playing at a high level ever again. And, I mean, that is motivation for him because this is the team that hurt him. So, that is a little small side motivational piece for maybe him and the Browns, but I don't think it matters, guys. I think this number's too short. And the last thing I'll say about this game, guys, is that if you really want to look at the line discrepancy, Baltimore was 8-point favorites against the Browns 3 weeks ago when Baltimore traveled to Cleveland. So Pittsburgh just beat Baltimore, right? Pittsburgh looks damn good. I know Pittsburgh plays a little bit different style than Baltimore, but still, is Pittsburgh deserving of only being -3.5 when Baltimore was -8? No, I definitely don't think so. The Steelers should be -6-point favorites here, in my opinion. In my opinion, they should be. So -3.5, I think that's short. I think value's on Pittsburgh. I know they're really hot. They're hot against the spread, but I think they get it done, guys. I think the Steelers do. Over/under is at 36.5 or 37. So 37 is a key number in totals betting. And let's see what this weather is for Cleveland tomorrow. Sorry, these outdoor games I always forget sometimes. See Cleveland weather. See what's going on in Cleveland tomorrow. They got 19-mile-per-hour winds. Really? Is that sustained or is that only gusts? Let's see, guys. It's going to be cold. It's going to be 40 degrees tomorrow. 40 degrees. Little PM snow potentially. Thursday night. Whoa, guys. Okay. The weather's a situation. Weather's a situation tomorrow. Okay. There's supposed to be northwest winds, which if you know anything about the Cleveland Browns stadium, their stadium, the open ends are east to west. So northwest winds come in from the west and the north, obviously, at 25 to 30 miles per hour sustained. Man, that is That's a lot of wind. I might. I wasn't gonna be in play in this game, but I might have to be in play on this game at under 37 because neither team's going to be able to throw the ball with those wind gusts. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember when the Las Vegas or Oakland Raiders at the time played at Cleveland with like John Gruden. Derek Carr was the quarterback there. Like there was 25-mile-per-hour sustained winds, and they could not throw the ball, guys. I mean, I think the Raiders ran the ball like 50 times, literally. So, and that game stayed under by a mile. So, 37. I mean, 20 to 17 pushes, like, and then no one's gonna be able to kick the field goal. So, man, I think I'm gonna be in play. I think that under, I think that's a good play, guys. Like, there's a couple stadiums where that wind really factors in, and Cleveland is one of those stadiums for sure. So, wow, and there's a chance of rain too. So rain and wind. That's not good. Okay, yeah, I can only look under, guys, under 37. I think that might be an official play for me. So yeah, just follow me on Twitter if I get there on the under there, and obviously that does affect the handicap too of that plus 3.5. So man, I should have started with the weather. I feel like I'm doing the show all over again, but um, I still lean Pittsburgh minus 3.5, guys. I still do. Even with the wind, it might be a really low scoring game. Like I still lean the Steelers to get it done. So that is the show, guys. I appreciate y'all. I think I'm gonna get the rest of the Sunday slate. Like not a lot of people have been listening when I release it on Friday night, so I think I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow night after the game. So keep on the lookout for that. I am determined, guys, determined to get the units and the profitability back up in the NFL. I'm running hot in the NBA. Let's get the NFL back up and running as well. So, all right, guys, thanks for listening.